From my old house, I drove about 40 minutes to get to my doctor, but from my new house, I drove about an hour to get there. And that whole ride is full of anxiety. I worry about if my platelets are going to be decent, if the infusion is going to go well, if the IV is going to be too painful. So once I get there, I walk into the building and I go onto the elevator. I go up to the cancer center where I get my infusions. I sign in. I wait for them to call my name. When they call my name, they take me back. They give me a blood test and they take me back to the infusion center right away where I start my IVIG infusion. Of course, I am a difficult patient, not by choice, but my body is difficult to work with. I've had so many needles at this point. I'm only 30, but I've had so many needles that my veins are just kind of shot at this point. They were never that great to begin with, but now they're just very difficult. So it takes sometimes a lot of effort to get an IV into my hand, and it can be quite painful, and sometimes they can't even get them into my hand. Sometimes they have to go a little further out, which I would rather not do. But this day it was actually pretty easy, so that's good for you guys because it's not too graphic, because sometimes veins blow, it gets very bloody, and it's just not nice to look at. But this was a pretty easy process. She had a little bit of difficult time getting it in there, but she got it in there pretty quickly. It did hurt pretty bad though. Oh, that one hurts today. They give me Decadron to help combat my reactions because I am prone to getting reactions from IVIG. And I hate Decadron. It does not make me feel very well, but it does help with reactions. After I finish the Decadron, I get Benadryl, which is also something that they give you for reactions. They also give you Tylenol for reactions. The Benadryl makes you very sleepy, so I spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours of the infusion sleeping. This infusion takes about 5 hours if I am lucky. A lot of people can bump their infusion up. For me, it usually takes around 5 hours because, again, I have reactions and don't do very well when you bump it up. Sometimes it takes longer because they have to stop the infusion, give me more steroids, and then resume the infusion. I go through 3 bags of IVIG. The whole time I just feel kind of crappy, and when I'm awake I binge Disney Plus on my phone and try to sleep when I feel I'm able to. Then I go home and I try to just relax and sleep it off, but I don't feel well for a few days. So for about 2 days or so, I'm recovering and sleeping a little bit more and feeling kind of weak. I get very pale. My legs kind of feel like jello, and I get headaches for about a week after the IVIG infusion that luckily go away with Tylenol. If they didn't, I would have to go to the hospital. And I just want to remind you guys the importance of donating blood plasma. For patients with ITP, we rely very heavily on IVIG infusions. They can save our lives, and unfortunately it takes a lot of donations to make one batch of IVIG. Between 1,000 and 15,000 donations are needed. So if you could donate blood plasma, you would literally save a life. So that is what it's like when I get an IVIG infusion. Thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is a long day full of many mishaps and lots of reactions and extended periods of not feeling well. But if I'm getting it for my platelets, it literally saves my life. And when I'm getting it for my low IgG, which are my antibodies, it improves my quality of life.